Let's see. You know what? Oh, let's get so much black and white out from behind me. Okay. Wow. This is a time with a lot of people on right now. Hi, guys. Okay, I don't normally do horizontally, so I'm not 100% comfortable with where to look. Hi, Renee. I think I saw Jessica hop in here and some other people. Emma, hello. Oh, good to see everybody. So I thought I would join in with the challenge. Oh, there's someone at my door. Hold on one second. Oh, it's my daughter's friend. Hold on. I'm on Periscope. Come on in, Leah. This is Leah. She is. She's down the basement. Okay. All right, I'm back now. All right, I thought I would join in with the, I was just on Julie's Scope, so I'm thinking that's where a lot of you came from, and then I popped in Homeschool Happy Hour for a little while. So I thought I would join in with the Brave Scopes Challenge and tell you some of the things we do around here to help raise global citizens. I have been really, you have to keep it real when someone knocks on the door. I've been really enjoying everyone else's ideas, and I'll just contribute a little bit of what we do around here, though a lot of it is similar. I need to make dinner when I get off of this. All right, guys. So for a quick introduction, my name is Mary, and I have a blog at notbefore7.com. The nice thing about horizontal is I can put this up here and not block my face or feel like I'm hiding behind it. I have a Facebook page, it's Not Before 7, and an Instagram and all that stuff. I kind of just stick to the Not Before 7 theme because I am not a morning person. And my children, I homeschool 4 kids. They are 13-year-old girl, 11-year-old girl, 9-year-old boy, and 6-year-old boy. And yeah, I'm liking the horizontal. It's working for today. And being part of the global community has always been important to us. So I wrote down a few notes. And just so you know, when I talk about global citizens, I think of this as helping my kids know that there is a big world with a lot of different people who have very different perspectives and different experiences from their own. And that we need to respect that and know that their own personal experience and perspective is as unique as someone else's. And I think by introducing them to that young, they can recognize that throughout their lives. That our growing up here on the East Coast of America is very different. And it's going to give us a different perspective on how we see things and what we think. And one way to respect other people's thoughts and opinions and is to recognize that they're growing up in a very different way. So they're going to bring something different to the table when we talk about worldwide issues and political things and all sorts of stuff. Heck, even moving from Maryland to North Carolina, which is only 2 states south, boy, is it sometimes a totally different world. And yes, Emma, there are refrigerators with the hearts. That is hashtag Easter egg, because when Periscope first began, apparently a lot of people would scope about what was in their fridge. So the Easter egg that the programmers put in there to find, which is like a little secret in the code, is the refrigerator. If you look up Disney Easter eggs, they're actually Easter egg, little secrets you can find at Disney. They're called Disney Easter eggs if you Google that. And yes, I feel like my education was very U.S. centric. And I feel like that's something I don't want my children to have. I want them to have something that's broader and about more than them. But I think my first thing I wrote down is the best way to do this and to help raise children who are global citizens is to be one yourself. I think this is huge. So when things are going on in the world, be informed about them. And with an age appropriate, of course, information, discuss them with your children. So when the Syrian refugee crisis is going on, exactly the internet, there's really no excuse. Talk to your kids with what you think is appropriate for them to know. Share current event articles. Ask them their opinion. If you send money to an organization to help with something, share that with them. Let them see what choices you are making. I think that's really important. And let's see. Yeah, show your commitment to the global community. When you donate, when you volunteer your time, let them know why. Let them know what's going on. And on that note, I know I just recently posted this on my blog, and I know I have periscoped about it before, but these are my earrings that came yesterday, so I thought I would wear them. And this is my Earring of the Month Club, which is put out by an organization called Fair Trade Friday. I'll hold up her little tag here, Fair Trade Friday. And it is a way to support women around the globe who are in danger of slavery and oppression. This group works with different companies and trains the women in making products that women in the U.S. And if you Google Fair Trade Friday, you will come to the website. It's fairtradefriday.club on the back here. They actually, and if you look at my catch page, I did a whole periscope and showed a bunch of my earrings. I used to get their box of the month, which came with a lot of handmade fair trade items. So it was like scarves and purses and bags, but it was a little pricier and it was a little harder for me to commit to because a lot of the items were just things I really wouldn't use. And I was giving them as gifts for a while, but it was a lot pricier. I can't remember the cost of the Fair Trade Friday box every month. But then she started this Earring of the Month Club. And I'm a huge fan of earrings. So I just don't buy any other earrings now. And I just wait for my earrings every month. And I've talked to the kids about it and just told them that these earrings, these are special. These are helping women around the world be employed who otherwise would be facing poverty or oppression in their countries. And every time you get one of the earrings, it's a Ministry of Mercy house. So it tells you what organization they worked with for these earrings. And it's different groups of women each time. And so you get a little card telling you, oh, these are actually, the clay bead jewelry is made in Ethiopia. So you get information so you know where the earrings have come from this month. And it comes with a little gift tag too. So if you wanted to give them as a gift, every month you get one of these too, and it comes in a little bag. So I just thought I would mention that one because for me, that's been a really important one. Daddy's home, honey. You can ask him. No. And it's been a simple thing to do. And what we've also found is my daughter is 13, and it's been a fun gift to give some of her friends on their birthdays. Is no problem, Lila. It'll be on there. Is that she can give a gift to her friend and give 3 months of earrings. It's about $11 a month. So for $33, you can give another teenage girl 3 months of the Earring of the Month. And she really enjoyed it. They've been really fun earrings. So it's also a great gift. So that's just one I'm going to talk up because I love that one. A few years ago, it was probably about 5 or 6 years ago that I became very aware of human trafficking. And it became something I just was passionate about for a while. I still am. I just don't invest the same amount of time anymore. I did the modern day slavery walk in Washington, D.C., and I hosted a jewelry party for the same kind of thing that these earrings are, to raise money for women around the world who are at risk for slavery. And I talked to my kids about it. My girls actually attended the jewelry party with me and helped me set up. And while they did not know the extremes of modern day slavery on women at that time, because they were, gosh, I guess about, I can't do the math in my head really quick. I should. 8. They were 8 and 6. And so they just knew that slavery was bad and that mommy was helping to keep women and other people out of slavery. So I just say share what you're doing and what you're passionate about, and your kids will pick up on that. All right, second is to help your kids feel globally connected. Of course, one I've heard everyone sharing is to travel. If you can travel to a foreign country, absolutely do it. I did a mission trip through a church when I was in high school, and I went to help build a deaf village in Jamaica, and it was really life-changing. I still remember in high school just becoming much more aware of how different my life was because I was living in a place where it was so different. I think I went for 10 days. So it's my goal. I would love for each of my kids to get to do a foreign mission trip through an organization at some point in their lives that would be fantastic. If we could do it as a family, it would be even better. But it is costly for a family of 6 to travel overseas. So there are other ways to connect your kids globally. One thing we did, oh my gosh, I came home and it became a joke because I was the one in the summer always saying, I'm so hot. I was a really whiny kid. And I came home from Jamaica and it was the middle of the summer and I was in sweats because I'd been without air conditioning for 10 days. It was, I still think about the impact that had on me. Okay, so jumping on what we do for our kids because we can't travel the world right now is we sponsor a child in the world for each of my children. There are a lot of organizations that you can sponsor children through. Some are faith-based and some are not. So you would need to find one that suits you. And what we did when we sponsored the kids is we signed up and we searched for a child based on birthday. So each of my children shares their birthday with one of the children that we sponsor. So we sponsor a girl who turns 13 the same time my daughter turned 13. And we sponsor another young girl who turned 11 when my daughter turned 11. So we kept it that way. And then we sponsor 2 boys and they share the birthday. And it seems like something simple, but the birthday connection has been really nice because it's someone your age going through the things you're going through, but somewhere else. And we write letters and we send cards and that kind of stuff. So it's a great connection. Here are 3 of the groups that we know of. These are faith-based groups that I just thought I'd share. World Vision, Compassion International, and this Amazima Ministries. If you have read the book Kisses from Katie, fantastic book. It's the story of a young girl who just really feels driven to help in Africa, in another country. And it's her story growing up in high school here in America and then kind of fighting the tide and going to Africa. She ends up adopting, I think, like 18 girls, orphans. And she's like 20 years old. It's a wonderful story. And she started that last ministry, the Amazima Ministry, and you can sponsor children at the school she started. I actually read that book out loud with my girls and cried right through it. It was really good. So I highly suggest that one. Gospel for Asia. Okay, thank you, Emma. If anybody else has any, just put them in the comments because it'd be great so people can do their own research and find one that suits their family. Let's see. What else did I write down here? Of course, any food and cultural experiences you can give your kids. And that's fantastic. CharityNavigator.org is a really great place to look up charities and see where your money's going. That's really important to us too. We usually research whoever we're donating to. So Charity Navigator is a great site to do that. Food and cultural experiences you can give your kids. Look locally for fairs and things coming to your town that you could attend that are cultural and global experiences. There is a book that I used to have. Now, this is not the global one, but the same company that does this Eat Your Way through the USA puts out a cookbook called Eat Your Way Around the World or Eat Your Way Around the Globe, something like that. Who's the company? The company is Geography Matters. And we switched with a friend. We each bought one of them. She bought this one, the USA, and I bought the world one, and then we switched. So this one's just state by state, and it's recipes that state is known for. But there's Eat Your Way Around the Globe, and it's recipes from different countries, and we often have done that to bring that country into our home. Studying cultures, and a lot of us are homeschoolers, so we can incorporate that just in what we're doing. So I'll show you a few of the resources that we have used. There is an organization called Voice of the Martyrs, and it's about Christians being persecuted in other countries. And they have guides. They're called Bold Believers guides, and they're for each country, and these are for children. These are for kids. So they are appropriate studies of what it's like to be a child in India. Now, these are also faith-based. So they're coming from a Christian perspective, but you learn about the religions of India. Oh, Bridge of Hope. Okay, there's another good one. So it taught you what the Hindu tradition teaches versus what the Christian tradition teaches. It talked to you about each of the states in India, and we kind of traveled India that way through this, and it has activities for kids and stories about kids. This was really fun in the India one. We made tissue paper, Kleenex, flowers, and we kept them on the table in the center of our dining room table for probably a good month, just to remind us of what we were learning about India and to pray for the people of India. And just some of their struggles and things we had learned as we read. So I really liked that book too. And they have several of these guides. They're free to download, I think, online if you register on their site. And that's Voice of the Martyrs right here, VOM, VOM. So we've used those for several different countries. This is another book that we've used at dinner to talk about. Oh, can I hold the book back up? Sure. I'll show you just one of them. This is Bold Believers. And somebody's saying that Barefoot Books has great stories. I mean, there are so many. We read one today just called A Family from Brazil. And what it is, I think Lila actually had mentioned a book called Material World, where it showed what families own in different countries. They put all their possessions in front of their home and they took a picture. And then what they did is they elaborated on those stories in something, it was called A Family from Brazil. I can walk in the other room and grab it in a moment. But these are from Voice of the Martyrs, and they're free to download, and they have all different countries there. This was another one. I wish I could find an updated version. This is like 2000, because I'd love updated facts and information, because this is 2001. This was called Window on the World. Eric, is there internet on somewhere? Because people are having connection issues now.
I don't think so.
Okay. I just heard voices in there. This tells you just about each country and what's going on in the countries around the world where they're located. It's also a faith-based book. So it's about how to pray for the country and what missionaries, what work they're doing in that country right now. But we've used that at dinner. And once a week, we actually, for a long time, we've stopped for now, is we have eaten rice and beans on a particular night and then focused on studying some other countries. And we ate rice and beans, and then we typically allow the kids some cheese and crackers with that, like 3 crackers and slices of cheese, and then some sort of fruit. And we've just kind of kept the rice and beans as our staple once a week for a while to just remind us that not everyone gets to live the way we do, and to understand that. And somebody else showed this book. This is another really great one if you have little kids. So there we go. And when we were first homeschooling, our first history curriculum was a curriculum called Galloping the Globe. And it did studies all around the world. And that was a lot of fun. And I can't believe I'm even going to mention this because it is such an old blog. But when we did Galloping the Globe, I actually wrote about it on this very uncreative blog site called notbefore7teaches.blogspot.com. It's very old. But if anyone is doing continent studies, I did list like our books and resources and what we're doing. And I'm trying to do that on my current blog, but that's just one that when we did Galloping the Globe, I blogged it all on there. So I'll grab that Brazil book really quick and let you guys see it. But that's pretty much what I had to share. This is the one, we just read it today. So let's see where it went. Here it is. Oh, there we go. This is the series that I think takes the Material World books and then elaborates on them. So you see the family from Brazil. This is all of their possessions sitting out in front of their home. And this is not a poor family. This would be considered a middle income family in Brazil. And so it takes you through what it looks like to kind of be a middle income family in Brazil, what they eat, what their father does. This family actually owns a car, which they're very fortunate to do so. And it says that in there. But it just kind of shows you what's going on. You know, Chantel, I had trouble on Julie Bogart's scope earlier. Somehow I suddenly couldn't see any comments. And it was saying that I was the only person watching. So it was very odd. I don't know if Periscope's having trouble or internet connections or what's going on. But these are put out, this was at our library. So I'm not sure, but you can find a family from, and it's a lot of different countries. They have a family from Germany, Vietnam, South Africa, Ethiopia, and stuff like that. Yeah, Periscope can be crazy. So that's all, guys. I've actually chatted a little longer than I expected. So I hope everyone has a great night. I've really enjoyed everyone's ideas and book titles. Yeah, I think I need to make sure my app is updated as well. So thanks. And I know I have a software update to do for the Apple phone too. So I need to do that. And thanks everyone who's been sharing. And have a wonderful Wednesday night. Those of you on the East Coast who are going to get slammed with snow soon, stock up on some good hot chocolate. All right. Bye, guys. Bye, Chantel. Bye, Renee. Unexpectedly magical. I think either this is your first scope or maybe last night. Throw your name in there really quick for me before I go. If you're still on there. Jessica. All right. Yeah. Thanks, Dad. That's my father who popped in. But thank you, Jessica. Thanks for joining in. All right, guys. Bye-bye.